Hello my gorgeous friends, welcome again. So this video we are going to see how to display a bottom modal sheet to that will allow us to apply the various wallpaper, let's say home screen, to apply it to the boot screen, to also no okay to apply to home screen, lock screen, and also to boot screen. Like if you want to apply to home screen and lock screen at once. So let's just create the bottom nav with those three buttons. Okay, so this last previously we actually saw how to view using stack widget, position widget, and also how to use the constructor to actually change the value based on if the price has a particular condition or stuff like that. Okay, so we are still going to use similar thing in terms of displaying the model, right? So what I can do in this case now, this is a paid it's a paid wallpaper, so the user cannot just apply it immediately. So you have to make a purchase and then go to your download to apply it. Okay, we have not created a download yet, but we are going to do the downloads later. I think, yeah, we are going to do the downloads later, but for now let's just go to purchase. Okay, so see what will happen now. We are going to say if the widget dot data, so we're going to confirm this as well. If the user if the widget dot data dot get is it actually, that's the price. If it's let's say if it's not an empty string, that means it's a paid wallpaper. Okay, then we can just make payments here. So remember we are using Paystack, so just call make payments with Paystack here, and then else we can just show the model to apply it. That means it's a free book, so you don't really have to pay. So just show model here. All right, just create a method show model. So it would be nice that we have everything inside here. So the show model, and in terms of applying it, I think we also, okay, let's just show model first. Okay, and mm, yep, let's create the method, which is a widget. Let's create a method, locate the method now. So right here now we're going to be showing the model. So what I can do is just to call show model. Yeah, we're calling show model. I think we can use show model bottom sheet, which is actually the best one. Then the context will be applied, and in the case whereby you are creating this function in a class, make sure you actually put uh, the context here, okay, while calling it. But in this case we can actually separate it from this class, do we, or let's just leave it there? Okay, okay, let's just leave it there. Okay, so I'm going to have a context and a builder, which is actually going to be a context as well, and you can terminate this stuff. Then inside here now we are going to return a size box, depending on the length. I've already weighed this stuff, so it's going to be like a height of 250. Okay, so 250 will be able to accommodate the buttons I want to use inside here. Okay, then we can have a child of column, and let's have a child of column. Remember this stuff, you're actually going to wrap it with consumer widget later on, because we're going to be using this in terms of applying it. Okay, then I'm going to have a container, which is more like a message that will be displayed at the top, like giving users the impression that okay, something is happening, hey wait, or applying or stuff like that. Okay, but we are not going to treat most of that yet. Let's just create dummy datas and then move away. Then we have a child widget, which is a test, and we can say mm, let's just use the test apply for now. Okay, because we're going to change it later, and we can make the close this, make it const. All right, so the next thing we're going to do now is to create the buttons. The buttons are going to be three, right? So let me save this stuff now. And for this one, that is a a free paid book. I don't think the dialog is going to show, so we're going to go back to this free book and then click on it. This is a dialog with a height of 250, right? Okay, all right, so what we can do now, I'm going to create a kind of a variable that we have like home screen, lock screen, and boot. So let's say I create a variable around here. Okay, I'm going to create a list variable, and it's going to be a list of string, and I'll call this apply test. Okay, and it's going to be like a list. So the first one is going to be home screen. Okay, lock screen, that is if you want to apply it to lock screen. And then we can have a boot like so. So what I can do here now is to use something like a list.generate, because this is a column, so column can actually have other list.generate inside of it, right? So it should really be good. So I can just have dot list.generate. Let's say there I'll call the apply test, so it will be the length of the apply test. And then we can, okay, then we can actually return. So in this case now I'm going to, it's going to be no, the button is going to be clickable as well, so it's actually going to have more like what is it called, a tap listener as well. So the button, I think we already have a button that we created here already, so instead of having this stuff doing it repeatedly, so I'll just have to come over here and just return it. Okay, but I need to change this test now from this to based on the applied test. So okay, so I need to get the length, sorry. So let me say final, the data, that is the applied test that should be there, so we'll call this one applied test, and index like so. So this stuff now should be data, and so I'm gonna, yep, I think that's it. So let's save it and see what happens. So collapse this and then open it again, so you can see we have home screen, lock screen, and boot. Alright, so in this case now there is no form of margin between them, so I think I will just add a margin bottom actually, not only bottom. So this is going to be 5 or 6, no, 5 will be better. Okay, so let's save it and remove this, click on it again. So we have home screen. So if we click on this home screen, the wallpaper is going to be applied to the home screen of the device. If we click on lock screen, the wallpaper is going to be applied to the lock screen of the device. If we click on boot, it's going to be applied to the both home screen and lock screen, right? Then this apply message, if we click on it, if it's applying, then this text should change to applying or stuff like that. Okay, so this is it, guys. You've seen how to create a simple bottom sheet, but for now this stuff is not tapping, so let's just add some few handler to actually handle the tap. So I say gesture detector on tap. So what I want to do is just to print out, let me just print out the very string, which is data. Okay, okay, I need to put this there, save. Okay, we can remove this, apply, click, you can see home screen, lock screen, and boot. Awesome, and now we are free to proceed to the next section, and this section is actually to make payment. So what I want to do now is to make payment for any book that is paid. So we'll be seeing how to use Paystack to actually make the payments and stuff like that. Okay, and yep, that's it. That's it, guys. Okay, so we can actually proceed to the next section. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.